So good evening. Today, weather tonight is going to be down to the high teens, low 20s, with some snow showers, sleet, and whatnot. I'm in a newly set up area where I'm going to use to test some of my winter equipment. Just completed, seen in the posts on Bushcraft USA, I did a DIY winter tarp, and then I also done DIY underquilt and top quilt using the Costco blankets. I did add 750 down to it. I'm hoping that it'll get me down into the single digits, and I am doubling up the two underquilts. I do have a poncho that I might use for a poncho liner that I might use to have inside the hammock with me, and the winter tarp that I'm gonna fold it over my ridge line for my hammock if I need it, just to keep my own body heat inside. We're gonna try it out. I'm less than 100 yards from the house. If it gets too cold for me, I can retreat to that and get back to the drawing board and see what I need to do to increase the lower temperatures of my winter system, because eventually I want to be able to go out during the winter and do some camping. Right behind me I got two spruce trees. I kind of cleared this area out. I have a fire pit directly in front of the camera, which you probably can't see. But these two trees are approximately 17 feet apart, so we're going to try and I'm going to set up camp, and I'll catch you a little later. So it's already started to snow. The temperature has dropped a few degrees. I double checked the weather when I was eating dinner, and it's forecasting a low of 24. I don't have a thermometer with me to show what the temperature is throughout the night. Maybe that was something I should have got, just so I can know exactly what it was. So just secured it through the beastie rings. Have a trucker's hitch, tighten it down with the Marlin spike in all four corners. I just kind of secured this end because the breeze is blowing. DIY. This is my DIY suspension system. Have some mule tape, Beckett's hitch onto one of my DIY Amsteel whoopee slings. Of course, here's the ridge line with some prusik knots and toggles secured to. These are actually beastie rings, to a type of beastie ring. Well, this is what I put on there. Backside, you can see already getting some snow accumulation, still the same. Going inside, so excuse the mess. If I can stay away. So I got a double layer Costco quilt. This is Gemini and Pollux mod that was done with it. It's made with these cam snaps and elastic cordage, small D-rings. These are my soft shackles. I do have a fixed ridge line for the Eno double nest. Just a little bit of info about this This is really the Costco, and the quilt with the Gemini Pollux mod is a I'm gonna say like 40 degrees, but you can double them up and increase, but it could only go down, I'd say, to about 20. What I ended up doing was opening the ends and adding another 3/4 of a pound. Is that right? 3/4 of a pound. I added not 3/4 of a pound. 3/4 of an ounce per baffle of extra down, 750 power down. In theory, it should take me down to the single digits. We're going to be 24 degrees, so I should be okay. We'll see. I do have this is the Pollux top quilt, and then I just have another regular cheap mild weather sleeping bag that I bought for when I'm out hiking in the spring and summer, just so I have something to cover with. I did bring my Woody, and what I'll do if it starts getting cold is I'll drape it over top of the ridge line. That way it'll keep more heat in. Hopefully I don't get cold from below. I hope I'm getting cold on top. So I think that's it. We'll see. I'm gonna finish setting up camp. I'll finish setting up camp, maybe start a fire, and then here's my fire, by the way. Start a fire and then wait for nightfall. So here we are, all snuggled in. Definitely need to. I think I'll put some elastic cord along the edge here so I can cinch up the sides so it rides higher. But otherwise, it's not too shabby. I looked at the temperature just before I came back outside. I said goodnight to the wife and the little girl, and it was 24 degrees. You can see my breath. I took a few pictures, got dressed, got my snivel gear on, got a cotton t-shirt, which I shouldn't have on. I should have one of my moisture wicking t-shirts on. I got my soak weight under things, and then I got my polypropylene Polypro snivel gear, and then I got this hood that goes over like this in case it gets really cold, but I think I'm gonna be okay. I mean, it feels very, very warm so far, and it's not gonna get much colder, so I think I'll be okay. So I'm gonna get to my Bible, read a few chapters in that, and then I'll see you in the morning. But so far, it's okay. Talk to y'all later. Night. Oh, good morning. It's roughly 6:30, maybe 6:40. I radioed the wife. She's awake. She let me know that temperatures are 27 degrees, so it warmed up slightly since I went to bed. 24 when I went to bed, 27 waking up. The sun's just now starting to come up, starting to see the ground out there. So last night it snowed, it rained, it sleeted. We got about a half an inch of new stuff. My DIY winter setup worked pretty well. The only thing that really got cold on me was my feet, which I expected. My feet usually get cold even when I'm awake and moving around. Just gotta figure out a way to keep them warm during these temperatures. I'll probably add some more down to my top quilt, maybe a half ounce in each baffle. I'm gonna raise the loft in that to hopefully keep my feet warm. I ended up using my summer sleeping bag on top of my top quilt to help keep my feet warm. So, all in all, I think it was a success. Got some work to do. Just got to tear down camp, get dressed, tear down camp, and hopefully do all that before the bus comes. My daughter's got to go to school today, even though it's a holiday, because she's had so many snow days this year. So I think it was successful. I'm happy with the work I've done. So I'll see y'all later. Bye.